Then a couple of plays they weren't able to just really take advantage and a drop pass. So now it's 3-0, and we'll be back in just a second. All right, and we are back. Patriots ready to kick off. We want to apologize, first of all, for some technical difficulties. We were learning that video wasn't on for part of it and audio wasn't on. So we're going to take a second, just kind of summarize that last drive. The Patriots, on their first play, had a huge run to Tay Johnson, went for 35 yards, brought the ball to the 28. Patriots followed that with 2 straight false start calls to bring them back. Then had a couple big runs from TJ Urban.
Yep.
Had a nice pass play, and they were able to. They couldn't take advantage, had a couple of drop passes, finished off with a Cole Lamel field goal, so they now lead 3-0, and they're kicking off at the moment.
Shorter kick.
Yep, shorter kick from Lamel, caught at about the 20-yard line.
And he's lit up right where he caught the ball, too.
Has nowhere to go. Patriot defense takes him down at the 21. In this Patriot defense, it's a scary defense. That defensive line is intense. Now, they did have some losses.
Yeah.
I mean, we look at Brendan Anderson, a guy we assume would still be on the team. Last year, he had 51 tackles, 6 for loss, and 5 sacks. He is no longer on the team after transferring. However, they got a big addition as Nolan Olafson from Burke. He was an all-state lineman. After learning he wouldn't be playing football at Burke this season, he transferred to Millard South. So they had a huge addition, and he's looking to really help this team out in their journey for a state championship.
They got some big boys on this defense.
That's right. So ball now at the 22-yard line.
Handoff right up the middle. Able to gain 2 or 3 yards and brought down.
Yep, good gain right there. And frankly, for Millard North right now, you know that you're not going to be able to have just insane plays like the Patriots do. You're not going to be able to get a lot of 35-yard plays. You're just looking for consistent work. If you're getting 4 yards a play, you might try and get more. But hey, you're not going to be complaining if you're just constantly, getting ahead. This defensive line is really going to make that difficult for you. So 2nd and 7, ball now at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Millard North is going to have to absolutely pound the Patriots' defensive line throughout this game.
Quarterback kept that one, didn't have anywhere to go. And that was Jimmy Quaintance, senior quarterback. So last season for Millard North, they didn't really have much of a passing game.
Right.
Their leading passer was Ben Weindell, a sophomore, who had 145 passing yards in the season. We expect him to be playing this year, however, he is not on the roster. I know he played baseball, and that might have been his focus for this year. So Jimmy Quaintance, who had 1 completion last year as their starting quarterback. However, that 1 completion he had was a 58-yard touchdown. So it's hard to get a real read on the guy.
Right.
We know he had 123 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, but not a lot to really pick from this guy. But here he is trying to really help this team. However, wasn't able to pick that one up, got it at the last second, maybe gained 2 yards right there.
Yeah, offensively, these two teams are somewhat similar. Obviously, the Patriots have a lot more explosive ability, but we don't look to see a ton of passes in this game.
Yeah, they're both run-heavy offense as Millard North gets ready to punt. However, they get completely different results. Patriots last year averaged 38.3 points a game to Millard North's 22, and total yards, frankly, was nowhere near each other. The Patriots averaged 302 rushing yards a game. We got a flag on the play right now. Might have been some movement right there.
Substitution infraction on the Mustangs.
And so that one will be called on the Mustangs, substitution infraction. So that ball will be moving back even further.
Back to punt to the Mustangs, number 21, Blake Klossman.
So Blake Klossman will be punting this one. 2 very strong returners for the Patriots. You got Tay Johnson and Antrell Taylor. And Antrell Taylor, we found out about him. He really got his name out there from a return. He had an amazing return last season on a punt where he juked 2 guys, scored a touchdown, ended up getting brought back with a flag. but really showed his elite
There he
skills.
goes.
As he comes here, he breaks in the open field.
Makes
Ball
a
at the
cut,
40-yard
great
line,
block.
breaks another tackle, goes to the
There
30.
he goes.
And he goes down at the 26-yard line. I had just mentioned
Wow.
he was a fantastic returner, and what does he do? Bring that ball all the way to the 26-yard line. This Patriot team really knows how to pick up on these big plays. Any mistakes made by the opposing team defense, they will take advantage to the greatest. So they will mark that one at the 25-yard line. So this is how the Patriots will start off their drive.
Great field position.
Yeah, put in really perfect position right here. Patriots trying to really capitalize this time. They had great field position last time after just one play, but couldn't take advantage of it, had to settle with a field goal.
Yeah.
Urban looking to lead his offense to 7 points right here. Gives
Jet
that one
sweep.
off. Nice gain right there. Picks up about 8 on the play. That was number 11.
Ball carried by Gasaway.
That was Gasaway.
Gain of 8 for the Patriots.
So that's what you're looking for if you're Millard South. You're just looking for these solid pickups. We know their run game is very, very good. So Urban takes this one. He's going to hold on to it, however, has nowhere to go, immediately taken down at the 20-yard line. So that'll be called for a loss of 1.
One of the few times we'll probably see that this year where the offensive line just gets manhandled right there.
Yeah, very strong offensive line. Obviously, they had a rough loss with Cole Herbolsheimer, who will now be playing at Wyoming. Insane offensive lineman. So that was a rough loss, but the Patriots still have an insane offensive line. So just like you said, you don't see that very often. You don't see defensive line immediately collapsing in on the Patriots. So now 3rd and 5, ball at the 20. Urban will keep this one for a run. Gets the first down. Goes down at about the 9-yard line. And that's what TJ Urban knows to do. He knows how to find the little hole in the defense, take advantage of it. So a first down for the Patriots.
Ball's on the 14-yard line. First down for the Patriots.
Another quick run for the Patriots.
That's right. Ball will be down at the 14. I believe I misspoke about where the ball was a second ago. Happens to the best of us. So Urban and the Patriots working with a 1st and 10. He'll hold on to that one.
Cuts it
Nice
up the
run
middle.
right here. Fantastic cuts. Gets tackled
Down.
at about the 2-yard line. And we got a flag on the play.
Ball carried by Urban.
See what this is called.
Matt Caruso.
Refs quickly discussing the flag thrown.
Looks like it may be walking backwards.
Refs trying to communicate this call. Walking over and talking with Coach Means about that flag thrown. Does look like this one will be called on the Patriots.
But what for? That's the question.
Yep. Taking a long time right here. You usually don't see him discuss with the coach for this long without moving the ball. And now it looks like one of the refs running over to the other side, quickly discussing with Millard North now.
Huh.
So the ball will be moved back to the 14-yard line, right where the Patriots started things off. And I don't know about you,
Is
but
it
I
still
honestly,
first down?
I can't tell you what that call was for.
Looks like it may still be first down.
It may still be. And it looks like it is. Yep, so it'll remain first down. Ball at the 14.
Huh.
So after a great gain there from the Patriots where we saw TJ Urban bring it to the 2, he's going to have to work with it at the 14 yet again. And they'll hand that one off.
Oh, there he goes.
That's Tay Johnson.
Straight
What a
to the
run.
outside.
And the Patriots are in the end zone for the first time this season. What a good job by Tay Johnson right there, evading defenders, and he gets in. Touchdown, Patriots. As they increase this lead 9-0, looking to get it to 10-0 with a Cole Lamel PAT.
Great way to bounce back after the error by the referees there.
Yep.
Instead of 12, they get 14 in the touchdown.
That's right. So Tay Johnson already with 50 yards on the game and a touchdown. PAT here for Lamel. That one is good. Patriots lead at 10-0 after the touchdown from Tay Johnson. We will be right back. So after the touchdown from Johnson, the Patriots kicking it off. 5:08 left in the first quarter. Patriots leading 10-0. And frankly, from the start of this game, we've seen them control the momentum throughout this whole thing. Even in that first drive where they were only able to score 3, you could tell from the way they played that they earned a touchdown right there.
They wanted that touchdown, that second drive.
Yep.
A little salty they didn't get it on the first drive.
So Lamel back to kick things off. Another shorter kick from Lamel, yep. That one caught at 24 yards, and that one is muffed. And Millard North will pick that one up, but that's not how you want to start a drive. So Tyson Jonk from Millard North was able to pick that one up after it was muffed by a teammate of his.
That could have been very, very bad. Already down 10, and with a
to bring the Patriots with the great field position they saw last drive.
Yeah.
So starting things off at the 27 are the Mustangs. Quarterback Jimmy Quaintance looking to get things going, because with the Patriots, you do not want to give them a big lead to work with. This offense is very dangerous, so you're trying to stick in this game as long as possible. Millard North starting things off with a rushing attempt. Really works his way through that. That was a fantastic run, getting the ball to about the 34.
Big boy put his head down and ran.
Yeah, very relentless there. That was number 33, Jason Cox.
Tackled by number 24, Gage Mack.
Yep, Jason Cox, 5'11", 230 pounds. You see that fullback really putting work in right there. 2nd and 4 now for the Mustangs. Lining up, they'll give it right back to Cox.
He's able to get the first down there.
Actually,
so the first down
24.
for Millard North.
Yep, that was number 24, Jaden Hardman. Brings that ball to the 41-yard line, get the first down.
Ball cleared by number 24, Jaden Hardman. Tackled on the play by number 12, Gage Stinger.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Joey, but that was their first down of the game?
That is correct, yep. Had a quick 3 and out in their first drive. Tackle was made on that last play by Zane Stanger. So now here they are. Some momentum on their team. Tried to give it back to Cox, however, was not near as successful as his first run. Only gets a gain of 1 on that play.
This D-line looking to lock it down.
Yep.
by number 33, Cox.
And frankly, once this defensive line really figures out what the offense is doing, they find out what their style is, they usually are able to lock down whatever their primary source of offense is, usually very effective in shutting it down.
Yeah, this defense is really good at learning on the fly and adjusting when they need to.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it a little bit, or a lot last year.
Yep. So 2nd and 9 now, ball on the 42. And we'll see a timeout now called for Millard North. So 3:10 remaining in your first quarter. Patriots still lead 10-0. We'll be right back. After that timeout, we are back. Still ball at the 42, 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs. As you had mentioned, they picked up their only first down of the drive, or of the game, excuse me. They're looking to keep it going. Hand off to number 24. Picks up a few yards in the play, gets that ball to about the 45. And now it's Jaden Hardman. Jack Nicolaisen making the tackle. We saw him with 32 tackles last year, and he led the team in tackles for loss with 6.5.
Wow. 6 yards to go here on 3rd down, trying to get their second first down of the game.
Yep.
But like we said, the quarterback has 1 completion on
And we
his
know this
varsity
defense is
career.
going to make it really tough for them in opportunities like this. They've got to fight through it. However, they're going to hand it off again. Actually, he's going to stick with it.
There he goes.
Big run from the quarterback, Jimmy Quaintance. Gets up out of the 35. He keeps going, goes down at the 30-yard line. So they start off at their own 45, finish the play on the 30. What a run there from number 1, Jimmy Quaintance.
The entire drive, we saw him hand the ball off to the big boys up front. What a great play on 3rd and 6. The QB keeper, no one was ready for it. Got a huge gain there.
Yep, Jimmy Quaintance showing the running skills he has. Last year at 123 running yards, 2 touchdowns. Here he is putting in some more work. So now ball at the 30-yard line. Mustangs starting to form some momentum. And we'll see another timeout called by Millard North. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication there. So a minute 52 remains in your first quarter. Patriots still lead 10-0, ball at the 30. We'll be right back. So we are back. Still minute 52 left. Ball in the 30. 1st and 10 for Millard North. By the way, we apologize. I think a lot of times when it goes quiet, you can really hear that wind sound. We are outside. There's not room in the press box, so we apologize for any of the sound issues, as that run is only taken for a couple yards. Not much of a gain there from number 24, Jaden Hardman. He's been one of the top options for this Millard North offense.
Gage Mack already with 2 tackles.
Trying to really help with this lockdown defense from the Patriots. However, in a tricky situation as the ball's in the 29. 2nd and 9 here for Millard North. They'll hand that one off to number 33, Cox.
Bounces off a tackle, bounces off another, and then takes it straight down.
There was nowhere to go there.
Yeah.
He did a good job fending off a couple defenders, but just really couldn't get anywhere. Gets that one to the 28, so we'll see a 3rd and 8 right here.
That was a lot of work for about 1.5 yards there.
So 50 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
Let's see if Millard North has another 3rd down trick up their sleeve.
Yep, last 3rd down. They got a huge run from Jimmy Quaintance. Here they are with the 3rd and 8. And they're really trying to cut into this deficit. And Quaintance will bobble this one. He picks it up but has to jump on top of it. So it'll be a 4th down as they lose a yard on that play. And that's the 2nd time Quaintance has bobbled a pass. Or not a pass, excuse me. So yet again in a bad position. This one 4th and 9, ball at the 29.
Thankfully for Millard North, they're somewhat kicking with the wind on their back. It's blowing a little bit towards the right side of the goalpost.
This is what they want right here. As Noah Boyd, the sophomore kicker, comes out for a pretty deep attempt. And another timeout call here.
End of the first.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you're right. I was looking at the scoreboard. That is the end of the first. So Patriots lead 10-0. However, Millard North with an opportunity to get on the board with a field goal. We'll be right back. So now, back for the start of the second quarter.
But instead of kicking with the wind, they're kicking into the wind here.
That's right. However, as you said that, the wind started to slow down. So Noah Boyd really trying to get the Mustangs on the board. That kick is up. And that one is wide left. It looked like it didn't have the distance, but that was just a line drive. It would have made it. He had the power, however, that one left. So no good from the Mustangs. They stay scoreless. So the Patriots will get the ball at the 29-yard line. Looking to get another strong drive put together.
We've seen two explosive special teams plays for the Patriots already. First on the opening kickoff, and then again there on that punt return that we saw.
Yep. So now the offense coming out. TJ Urban trying to lead the Patriots to another successful drive. They've scored on both of them. Started off with a field goal, then really took advantage in their last drive with that touchdown from Tay Johnson.
Man in motion.
Urban keeping this one, looking for the pass, fires
wide
deep.
Open hill.
However, that one, a little bit of an accuracy issue. That is incomplete.
He had a guy wide open down the middle of the field, number 83, Hale Kilcoyne.
Hale Kilcoyne was the intended receiver. And he definitely was open. He had beat his receiver. He had beat his defender.
But
however, that pass just wasn't there.
Yeah, the pressure got to TJ there. The pocket was collapsed, and he had to step up and make a great throw, just a little off.
Yep, defense was all over that one. So 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at the 20. Urban's going to stick with this one. Able to pick up about 3 yards right there, so we'll see a 3rd and 7 here for the Patriots.
Ball carried by Urban.
So the Patriots going to want to take advantage.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Patriots.
Big moment right here. It'll be called 3rd and 6 for Millard South. Ball will be at the 24-yard line. Urban taking this one, looks to pass.
And
On
another
intro,
drop.
Taylor not able to make the catch. So we've seen 3 plays now from the Patriots where they should have been able to make that catch. TJ Urban only has 1 pass completion, and that's not on him.
No.
Seen a couple of drops now that have been rough.
Yeah, we've seen
So
2.
the Patriots will bring Cole Lamel out for the punt.
Two
Yet
drop-
again, we want to apologize for the wind. This wind is rough.
Mustangs, number 21, blank.
2 dropped passes already for the Patriots.
Yep. These are the mistakes you're really trying to prevent as much as possible. So Lamel back for the punt. That one's kicked to about the 35 as it'll bounce out of bounds. We'll see it taken about the 34-yard line. So Jimmy Quaintance and the Mustangs were almost able to score on that first drive. They put together some nice plays, highlighted by that 3rd and deep from Jimmy Quaintance where he had that big run. Weren't able to get anything going as the kick was wide left for Noah Boyd. So big chance after the Patriots weren't able to score. Big opportunity to cut into this deficit as much as possible.
Let's see if the Mustangs can keep the momentum on their offensive side a little bit like they had the last drive.
I'm interested to see if we'll see any sort of pass game. You know, not even prioritize the pass because I think that's out of the question, but even if we'll see a pass attempt or two, because we have yet to see that from Jimmy Quaintance.
It could be like what the Patriots just had last drive where they ran the ball, and then took a deep shot. Not able to connect, but it was there.
Quaintance will stick with it. Gets a pretty nice gain there as he takes the ball to about the 43-yard line. Nearing that first down.
So a 9-yard gain there on first down.
Yeah, making the tackle, Tate Heinrichs, who was one of the Patriots' best defenders, led the team with 96 tackles. He was everywhere on the field for the Patriots.
Yeah, and you need that definitely from your middle linebacker point.
Yep, he was a guy who was able to force fumbles too, even won Player of the Week during last season.
He finds ball and hits ball.
Yep. Quaintance will hand that one off to Cox, who has nowhere to go. Patriot defense right there. We know Cox is a big guy who's able to work with these small runs, but the defensive line just ate him up on that play.
Tackled by number 74, Jack Nicolaisen.
Jack Nicolaisen there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs.
So it'll be a 3rd and 1 now for Millard North. After a nice first down run from Jimmy Quaintance, a gain of 0 on that last play.
Yeah.
And for the Mustangs, you can't afford any more of these quick drives where they have to quickly result to punts.
Yeah. You gotta wear out that defensive line if you're gonna have any success, especially with the way that they play.
And he'll stick with the first pass attempt of the game. And that one is
It's
caught.
caught.
What a grab there. And defense was all over him.
In
but
between
makes the
two
catch.
defenders. 2 defenders that time, Joey.
What a grab by number 11, Noah Boganowski. A very difficult catch to make, but the first pass attempt from Jimmy Quaintance is caught.
Down for the Mustangs. Stopping that play.
And the second he threw that pass, you thought it might be caught by a defender.
By
It
a
did not look
defender,
like
right.
Boganowski was going to be able to make that grab, but does a great job. So now ball at the 34, 9:16 remaining in the second quarter. He'll hand off to Cox in that
middle, there
first
it
play, and
goes.
Cox kind of resembling that first run when
Yeah.
he was able to get a big gain as he gains 9 on that first play.
Ball carried by number 30,
We saw his last few runs, he struggled, only being able to get a few yards. His last one was a gain of 0. But there he is. So it'll be 2nd and 2 now.
Yep. Puts his head down and run, just like always. Sometimes you'll pop for 7, 8 yards. Other times, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Seen a fullback getting a lot of work earlier in this game.
Yeah. Is he considered a fullback at that point? I mean, he's touching the ball way more than
Doesn't
anyone
look
else.
like that's what the roster gives it to him as number 28 with it. Gets a gain of about 1 right there. That was Hayden Frosshire. Frosshire tried running outside to the left, however, really had no open opportunities. No holes in the defense. Gage Stanger making the tackle. Saw Gage Stanger get a little bit of activity last season as a quarterback. Obviously, TJ Urban was there about 95% of the time, but he saw some action. So that ball is moving back. We had a penalty flag right there.
Holding, if I saw correctly.
Yep, so we're going back 10 yards. Ball now at the 36, 2nd and 12. So we saw a big run from Jason Cox earlier. However, that's meaning nothing now as we're going back.
They need probably 5, 6 yards to have a good shot at 3rd down here.
Yep, you're looking to make it as easy of a 3rd down conversion
There it
as
is.
Jimmy Quaintance with a nice run. He found an open hole and he took it, getting the ball to about the 29, maybe 28-yard line.
You do not see that from a quarterback very often. Put his head down and ran right into the free safety there.
Yeah, Jimmy Quaintance, a run-first quarterback, and we've seen it a lot. Had a lot of quality runs. So it'll be a 3rd and 5 now, so he picks up 7. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You're just trying to cut into the yards needed. So a very doable 3rd and 5. Ball at the 29-yard line.
See if they have another 3rd down trick up their sleeve.
Yeah. And so if you remember that last kick attempt that they had where it was wide right, or wide left, excuse me, the ball was on the 29-yard line. So if we were to see an incomplete pass, it'd be the same spot. Goes for a screen pass. Wasn't able to pick up the 1st down, though. Got a few yards. Goes down at about the 25.
Just about 1.5 yards short there.
Yep. And that was Tyson Jonk, running back, who caught that screen pass. Michael Harding, however, was there for the tackle. So it'll be a 4th and 2 at the 26-yard line. And looks like the offense will be staying out for this one, which I think is a smart call.
I agree.
I think you got to play aggressive. And not surprising to see Jason Cox in the backfield. We know he's had a lot of really good plays where he's able to just power through the line. Might be what they're trying to do right now. So huge play here. They do get off the Cox. However, he goes down. He will not pick up the 1st. The defense was all over him right there. You saw him go down immediately. Huge stop from the Patriots as they will get the ball back.
Only about 0.5 yard short there. What a great stop from the DN there. Got right in the backfield and tackled him for a loss.
So Jack Nicolaisen was right there to make that tackle.
Everyone in the stadium knew exactly what was going on there. It was just who was going to win the battle on the line.
The second you saw Cox come out, you knew that big boy was going to get the ball. So the Patriots will start it off at the 25-yard line. 6:56 remaining in your second quarter. The score is still 10-0 Millard South. Urban hands it off to Tay Johnson on the first play.
Makes a great cut right at the line of scrimmage, but only a gain of 2 or 3 there.
I'll tell you what, for a gain of 2 or 3, it's about as good as you can do. He did a good job. It looked like he was going to go down right at the line of scrimmage, able to fight a few yards into that. I'll tell you what, Tay Johnson has really done a good job early in this game. Had a couple big plays for the Patriots, got in the end zone earlier. Has 43 yards right now. As he will see another carry.
And off to the outside. Breaks
Has a good opportunity right here. Finds the hole, picks up the 1st down. There's a flag being thrown. See what the call is here. If it's not on the Patriots, they'll see a 1st down. However, it might have been.
It'd be a crushing
As I believe
penalty.
that's Tay Johnson, who is still on the ground. That is Tay Johnson.
He took a big hit right over there on that sideline.
Yep, Johnson's staying down, so we'll see some trainers come out to assist him. And that's not what you want to see in the first game of the season.
Yeah.
Injuries are the last thing you're looking for, especially with your new starting running back.
Yeah.
So actually right now with him down, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back when he is up. And so Tay Johnson walking onto the sidelines in his own power.
That's great to see. He took a big shot. Maybe just the wind knocked out of him.
Yep. Right now he's standing on the sidelines by himself, so nothing where, they needed to really look at him. So the Patriots with the ball now, 24-yard line. Urban will stay with it.
Got the option to pass.
Pass attempted to Antrell Taylor. That one is complete. And he calls that one an incomplete pass.
There's no way.
I don't want to sound biased, but I can tell you without a doubt that pass was complete.
Yeah, that was a
You could clearly see Antrell Taylor get 2 steps in with the ball at about the 46-yard line. However, referee did not agree. That'll be ruled an incomplete pass, so the Patriots will continue to see the ball at the 24-yard line.
Yep, great pass and catch there, just all for nothing.
Yep, for the Patriots, you're not complaining about that play. That's exactly what you want to see. A great throw from Urban, nice catch from Taylor. Sometimes you just don't get the calls going your way.
Yep. See if they can do it again here.
That's right. We saw earlier they had that run that was called back, so they responded with a quick touchdown. Urban airs out again, looking for Gassaway.
He's got
makes the catch. Got out of bounds about the 30. So they can't get the catch at the 46, so what do? They take it all the way to the 30-yard line.
That was a beautiful throw right there.
Jake Gassaway with a huge play right there. Last 2 drives, we see Urban throwing it out a lot more. And he's done a very good job. Seen a couple of drop passes, but his accuracy, besides that one throw to Hell Kilcoy, his accuracy's been on point.
I love his accuracy so far this game.
I think that was, we all knew TJ Urban's a fantastic quarterback. I think one of the concerns was his throwing abilities, and he's shown us that he is an elite quarterback in all realms.
Drop back
so Urban sticking with it, looking for another pass, however facing heavy pressure, and he'll just get out of bounds with that behind the line of scrimmage. Really no options there. It was a smart decision from Urban. You don't like to see that. I kind of expected him to maybe just throw that one out.
Yeah. Is it maybe another?
So the ball at the 38-yard line now for Millard South.
I mean, it's decision-making there. Maybe you want to try and just throw it at someone's feet or throw it out.
See, you would have liked to see him throw it out, but at the same time, we saw a lot of plays last year where he just decided to throw it to a receiver and it ended up being intercepted. He had 5 picks. So smart call as they hand that one off.
Late handoff, but it gets it there anyway.
And a nice play there. That's number 25, Christian Nash. Christian Nash, a very big running back, 220 pounds.
Oh, yeah, you can just tell just looking at him that he's a big boy.
New addition to this Millard South roster. And so with Tay on the sidelines right now, we can see him getting a lot of looks. So after a rough loss of yards for the Patriots, now just a 3rd and 6 positioning. Very doable work here from Millard South. Urban will stick with it. Quick throw. And that pass is incomplete. And it looked like he had it at first, however, wasn't able to go down with it. So it'll be a 4th and 6 for Millard South. And that was Michael Harding.
That's his second drop pass on the slants in this game alone. One probably for a touchdown, and then that one for a very crucial third and short.
Yep, second drop on a slant. Now, neither of them were easy catches, but
right.
they're doable. Yeah. Very doable catches right there. So the Patriots will see a 4th down. However, they're staying on the field for 4th and 6, ball at the 27.
Yeah, that's a catch that needs to be made, especially from one of your better wide receivers on this team.
So here's Urban working with a 4th down situation. Quick pass, and that'll be an easy 1st down. Great work there from number 12. That is Gage Stanger. And we got a flag thrown. Late flag right there.
Let's see what the call is.
Tackled by number 28, Hayden Froshire.
Referees quickly discussing.
Flag on the play.
On the offense. Unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe.
Looks like it was, because you saw after that play, when they threw the flag, you saw all the Patriot players kind of lifting their arms, confused. So after a big 1st down, the Patriots moving back yet again. Patriots are seeing a lot of penalty calls on them.
Yeah. And that one's unexcusable. That you can't get a penalty on a play like that.
It hasn't been, a couple, hard situations.
Yeah.
They've been a lot of discipline issues.
Yeah.
Those 2 false starts in a row, that's discipline. This unsportsmanlike conduct, this is stuff you can't be seeing if you're Millard South.
Looks like it will be a 1st down.
Yep, they picked up the 1st down, so that'll stay. Just moving back. Looks like the ball will be at the 21-yard line. Referees
checking the
discussing a little bit. Yep.
Field is a blindside block.
And that was a blindside block, excuse us.
Measuring.
Let's see. 1st down.
That'll be called a 1st down for the Patriots. They'll stick with it. So the ball will be placed at the 21-yard line. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. Patriots still leading 10-0. We saw our early 10-0 lead. Neither team able to score so far, but the Patriots put together a very strong drive. Started off at the 25, now at Millard North 21.
Tay Johnson back on the field. And looks to be another false start or timeout.
Yep, that'll be a timeout called by the Patriots. Coach Means wants to discuss. So with 5:20 left, Patriots still leading 10-0. We'll be right back. So we're back. Patriots still ball at the 21-yard line after that penalty.
Timeout.
Jet sweep that one right there to Gassaway. That's actually Stanger, excuse me. Takes that one to the 5-yard line. Great job by Gage Stanger.
Able to drag the defender there for about 5-6 yards. Right back down to where they were when they got the penalty.
Gage Stanger's seen 2 opportunities on offense, and he's really taken advantage of both. So the Patriots looking at a 1st and goal opportunity. Ball at the 7. And he'll hand that one off to Tay Johnson. Johnson making a great play, gets in the end zone. What a great job getting past 2 defenders and making his way in. That's Johnson's second touchdown of the game as the Patriots increase their lead to 16-0, likely 17-0 after the Cole Lamel PAT. And so Tay Johnson, after going down with an injury, going on the sideline, makes his way back in at about 3-4 plays after coming back. Gets in the end zone yet again. Patriots have hardly skipped a beat after a very strong 2019 season.
Their offense is looking pretty explosive here today.
Cole Lamel makes another PAT, almost automatic. Last year went 55 for 58. So the Patriots' lead increases to 17-0, 5:05 remaining in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Patriots now kicking off.
Short line drive kick.
And that one's fielded at the 1-yard line. Able to bring that one to about the 15. So not the field position that the Mustangs are looking for. Patriots special teams has done very well early in this game.
All things considered, though, where he fielded that ball and where he got tackled, that was a pretty good return.
Yeah, it was a solid return. There was really no much more he could have done.
Yeah.
So with exactly 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter, starting with the ball at the 15, down 17-0. If you're Millard North, you're just looking to get some points on the board before you go into the half.
You need some points going into the half.
They can't wait too much longer to try and get back into this game. You can't expect to just fully shut down the Patriot offense, so you're going to have to be putting up points. And already a flag thrown.
Looks like it might have been a late substitution.
Now it's delay of the game on the Mustangs, so they'll go back 5. Ball at the 10. So Millard North just can't catch a break. They've had a couple glimpses of some really good football, but for the most part they've struggled a lot in this game. After a 4-6 season last year, they were hoping to try and turn this season around. Not off to the best start. As a quarterback will toss it off on the play. Not much of a gain there. Gets that ball to about the 13. Right after catching that one, was immediately swallowed by the Patriot defense.
Pretty creative play there.
Yep,
only to get 3-4 yards.
Yep, Tyson Jonk really had nowhere to go on that one.
Gain of 3 for the Mustangs brings up 2nd and 12.
So 2nd and 12. Ball at the 13-yard line. Jimmy Quaintance needs to get his offense some momentum, something to build off of. And he'll stick with it with the QB run. And a fantastic job there getting that ball to the 25-yard line. Awfully close to the first down. We'll see if you get it. Might have been just short. See what they call. And we've seen Quaintance have some really strong runs.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the Mustangs.
He does a great job of making one cut in the hole and just going.
Yep. That one we saw him just go straight up the middle. So it'll be a 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs, ball at the 24-yard line. They cannot afford another quick drive. They got to get something going. So here's Quaintance.
Best case scenario, they take up the rest of the half.
Yep, and he holds on to that one, has no gain. May have picked up 1 yard close to that first down line.
And
they'll be moving the chains. So Quaintance really didn't have anywhere to go. However, he did exactly what was needed. Barely had that first down, but picked it up. So the ball at the 25-yard line, 3:37 remaining in your second quarter. Mustangs, he'll air that one out. Not able to make the catch. Good attempt right there from Tyson John. However, that pass out of bounds.
What a
so
great
it'll be a
effort.
second down now. I like seeing Jimmy Quaintance air it out, though. I like seeing them kind of up that aggressiveness, try and find a receiver. Not the success right there that they were looking for.
But it's a great effort to even go and try and touch that ball there.
Yeah, number 5, Tyson John. We've had a few really good effort plays from him. He'll stick with it, actually. Quaintance able to manage a yard, maybe 2 on that play. And so they're really liking this QB run. It's worked really well, but if they keep constantly running that, the defense is going to shut it down. We've seen the last few plays he picked up 1 yard. This one was 2 yards. So they just haven't been able to get much going. So it'll be a 3rd and 9 situation. Mustangs needing a first down. Try and cut into this deficit before half. 2:40 to go in the second quarter. Quaintance tries to stick with it again, but only picks up about 2-3 yards. They keep trying that QB rush, but it hasn't worked the last 3 times. Once you become too predictable, this Patriot defense will swallow you up, and that's what they do after just a second. So the Mustangs bringing out the special teams. Blake Klossman back to punt this one. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Punt from Klossman, not a lot on that. That'll go out of bounds about the 49-yard line. So the Patriots, very doable territory with just 2 minutes to go.
Especially with some of these explosive runs that we've seen lately.
Very aggressive offense, and knowing throughout this game they seem like they're more willing to go to the pass play than they were last season. Patriot offense quickly discussing their game plan for this drive. If they could get another score on the board before they go into half, they're putting the Mustangs in a really tough situation. It already looks like the Mustangs
are in a tough situation.
Yeah, they already have a very small chance at coming back. I mean, obviously, looking at the scoreboard is very doable, but just watching the pace of this game, the way it's going, they have not been able to get really anything going on their side. So Urban will give that one to Antrell Taylor. Taylor gets one nice move before going down for a gain of about 6. Solid run there from Antrell Taylor. Taylor is the Patriots' leader in reception yards, had 358 to tack on, had 5 receiving touchdowns, also had 202 returning yards. So it'll be 2nd and 4, ball at the 39, minute and a half to go. Urban catches that high snap, looking to air that one out, goes deep to DeAndre Rice. A little too much on that, though. Tried to see Rice. We mentioned earlier, it's nice to see DeAndre Rice back on the field.
Absolutely.
He missed last season with an injury. He wasn't able to play. So seeing DeAndre Rice shooting up on the field.
He's actually missed the last 2 seasons to injury.
2 seasons, excuse me. So now seeing him back for the senior season.
Yeah.
A very positive note for this Patriot team, as now they're facing a 3rd and 4. Ball still at the 39. Minute 25 to go in the second quarter. Urban sticking with this one. Picks up a few, but short of the first down. Will be about a 4th and 3. Was able to pick up a few.
Offense looking to stay out there at the moment.
Yep, and looks like that offense is staying out. We see number 25, Christian Nash, coming back on. We know he's a big running back that can get you some yards. Maybe they're going to try to go to him. But we see him and Tay Johnson both out there, so he might just be serving as a blocker for Tay Johnson.
Yep. Now they may just do a hard count here.
Yep, so 40 seconds now remaining. He'll hand that one off to Nash. However, Nash really had nowhere to go, immediately taken down. So a turnover on downs for the Patriots gives the Mustangs the ball with 36 seconds remaining. You can see the Mustangs try and quickly start airing it out, pick up some yards. I also wouldn't be surprised if they decided to just run the clock out.
Oh, yeah. You can't have any huge mistake in the last 36 seconds of the game.
Yep, so we'll see what they go with right now. Because there are 36 seconds remaining. Ball at the 39. Jimmy Quaintance in the offense coming out. It's got Cox in the backfield, and they'll just feed it to Cox, who picks up a few before going down. Gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. So it looks like they're just going to run the clock out. Call it a half. Luke Irvine making the tackle there for the Patriots. Irvine, a senior on this squad. And that'll likely do it for the half. 8 seconds remaining as they're coming out. Might try and force one play, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just let it go. And so the time is out. That is the first half. Patriots really control the momentum throughout the whole thing. Only a few first downs to the Mustangs. Really no success on offense. So the Patriots lead 17-0 as they enter the locker room. We will be right back a few minutes before the second half kicks off. And so starting the second half with a kickoff. Booming kick from Lamel, caught right at the goal line. And they'll call it a fair catch, so it'll be a touchback right there.
Lamel's kick is a touchback. Mustangs will take over at the 20. First down and 10 to begin the third quarter this evening.
So starting the second half.
Oh my God.
And we apologize for anyone if at halftime you notice any technical difficulties. Computer froze up a little bit. Luckily, we got it back right before kickoff. So we didn't miss any action. Score still 17-0 right at the beginning of the second half. So Mustangs had a fairly unsuccessful first half. Didn't get any points on the board. Had one good drive where they got, actually had two good drives where they got the ball to about the 29-25 area. Had one missed field goal, one missed fourth down conversion. Starting off with a run attempt. Good job finding a hole, however, ultimately couldn't get a lot on there.
Number 1, Jimmy Quaintance. Tackled by number 9.
To be honest, we haven't really seen, you know, anything fantastic from Millard North.
That's right. We've seen a few glimpses, but no really consistent success like the Patriots. And right now, we would like to give a shout-out. Former Millard South player Matt Anderson is tuning in on our stream. Matt, we thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. He played on this football team. So right now, 2nd and 4, ball at the 26-yard line. There'll be a flag thrown. Looks like there was some movement on the line. See who was on. And that'll be called a false start on Millard North. And I feel like this is how a lot of their games gone. They've had a glimpse of success. They've had a few good plays. And whether it's a penalty or a loss of yards, they've had something holding them back from more success.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 9 here, ball at the 21.
QB keeper.
Wasn't able to get much on it, and there was another flag thrown. See what the call was here.
Cleared by number 1, Jimmy Quaintance. Tackled by number 9, Zane Stanger. Flag on the play.
So that one will be coming up as there was a flag on the penalty, or flag on the Patriots, excuse me, flag on the penalty.
Oh, Joey.
Happens to the best of us. So now they're coming out 2nd and 9. Had a false start, but it was immediately combated with a Patriot penalty. And that rush had nowhere to go right there.
Swallowed up once again.
Yep.
On the quick handoff.
And that's kind of been the story of their game. They've had a few, successful 5 to 10 yard runs, and they've had a lot where they've just had nowhere to go. The Patriot D-line is just so strong, able to really just attack these guys right from the get-go. It's a small victory for the Mustangs to be able to get past the line of scrimmage to get a gain of more than 2. So 3rd and 4 now, ball at the 26-yard line. He'll keep that one, or actually hands it off, excuse me.
But again, swallowed up by that very aggressive defensive line.
Yep, able to get a few yards out of it, but just 1 or 2, so not enough to get the first down. And special teams are coming out. So down 17-0, really needing a score to get some momentum. They start off the second half with a 3 and out. Had one solid 6-yard run, had one penalty go their way, but overall couldn't build off of that. So we see the punt from Blake Klossman. That one's a line drive. Keeps rolling, goes out at the 35-yard line. So that didn't look like the greatest punt, but it really, that bounced to the advantage of the Mustangs.
Yeah, it took a great roll in the favor of the Mustangs there.
So Urban and the Patriots coming out, 30-yard line to start this second half. The story of the first half, Obviously, TJ Urban did a great job, but Tay Johnson was fantastic. He has both the Patriots' touchdowns so far, has done a fantastic job. We saw him leave with an injury at one point, came back probably 5-6 plays later, was nothing too bad.
Was it? And actually on the play that he returned was able to power one in for a touchdown.
Making his presence known right away. So Urban's starting with it, ball at the 35. He'll hand that one off to Johnson. Tay Johnson with a nice run right there. Puts together about 7-8 yards. And he's been very elusive. There will be a small hole, but he's able to find it, able to dodge a few defenders.
And the way that he's able to hit near his top speed very, very quickly.
Yep.
And as already a quick guy, that's very important.
So it'll be a 2nd and 2 situation for Millard South. Urban looking to air it out. Quick pass right there to Antrell Taylor. Taylor not able to get much, but enough to get the first down. Gain of 3 right there. Advance that ball to the 46-yard line.
He's getting up a little bit slow.
Yep, he's going to be limping off the field. That's not what you like to see. The good note is he's on his own power right now. No one's assisting him. He's jogging off, going straight to that team bench.
Looks like it might be a calf cramp maybe.
Yep. It's assuring to see that he's not immediately sitting down. He's trying to walk with it, kind of move it around. So for the Patriots, they got that first down on the run, or on the pass, excuse me, to Taylor. Urban, a deep pass right there, a little too much on it. It would have been a huge play right there. Likely would have been a touchdown if caught.
Looks like the receiver there wasn't expecting the pass. He kind of slowed down after he beat his defender and just...
Yep, intended receiver right there was number 3, Ryan Holdsworth. And yeah, you saw it looked like he wasn't running 100% that whole time. Might have been able to make a better play at that.
Oh yeah, had a touchdown, just lost the ball.
We've seen the Patriots air out a couple deeper passes, and for the most part, they've been pretty good.
Yeah,
it's what you like to see. You like to see the aggression in the pass game. That's something the Patriots kind of lacked last season. And Urban will hold on to that one. Picks up the first down. What a great job by Urban. We haven't seen the run game as much as we would have expected so far from him.
And it's a little refreshing because you're not as one-dimensional as you seem. I mean,
I think in a game like this, it's smart to not have him run as much.
Right.
If this was a close game, the run works with him, so I would definitely push it. But right now for the Patriots, they know they're in control of this game. They're going to try and make sure that his pass, he's fresh, he's able to hit those receivers.
Right.
Which he's done well for the most part, as he hits unsuccessful on the slant route, as that was Holdsworth again, the intended receiver.
Another drop pass on a quick, easy slant.
Yeah, I can't explain it. That's 3 slants that likely should have been caught. However, 0 for 3 on them. So it'll be a 2nd and 10 ball at the 42-yard line. Urban only 3 completions to show for this game, but he's done a great job with the pass.
Yeah.
There have only been 1, maybe 2 passes that weren't very accurate, and they were both facing heavy pressure. As we see Johnson go for the run.
Might be
a nice job right there.
Picks
Picks up about 8, but like you said, we saw a flag thrown. Could definitely be a holding call on Millard South. So good run. Could be going right back. And that one will be a holding call on the Patriots. So a nice run from Johnson will not do anything as they move further back from the first down. And ball placed at the 44-yard line. And they're going to have to try and make that thing go down to the 33. So rough situation here for the Patriots on 2nd down.
See if they decide to air it out and get a big chunk here right now.
Urban rolling out, looking for a receiver. However, he'll likely stick with that one. He does. Able to advance that ball to about the 48-yard line. So it's a gain of 8 right there for Urban. However, doesn't do much as it's still 3rd and 17 for the Patriots. Big play right here. You can expect him to probably be airing this one out. looking for a big game. The big passes, haven't seen a lot of success from it so far, but here's a fantastic opportunity. They're trying to increase this lead right now. Urban looking for a receiver, facing some pressure. However, airs that one
Off
out
the
to
back
Johnson.
foot.
Johnson makes
That's
the catch. What a grab.
What a fantastic grab.
The defense was all over him. Number 3, Matt Caruso was right on top of him, but Tay Johnson makes a spectacular catch, gives the Patriots the first down on a 3rd and 17. What a great job by Tay Johnson, who is really showing his worth in this first game of the season.
I hate to steal the line, but I mean, you got mossed.
Spectacular catch from Johnson puts the Patriots at the 17-yard line. Just 2 plays ago, they were at their own 44, now working from Millard North 17 as Urban sees a receiver. That's Ryan Holdsworth. Holdsworth gets that one in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. So in a 3-play span, they went from their own 44-yard line to in the end zone, showing just how explosive this offense can be. And they saw Holdsworth drop 2 passes earlier in this drive, but he catches it when it counts, getting in the end zone. Patriots now up 23-0, 6:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Cole Lamel back for the PAT.
And for the majority of the yards on that drive, crazy enough, it was through the air.
Yep, TJ Urban had 2 big passes, in that drive. PAT good from Lamel, 24-0 is your score. Patriots really in control, 6:15 to go in this 3rd quarter. We will be right back. So after that Patriot touchdown, Cole Lamel ready to kick things off. So really, from the opening kickoff, the Patriots have controlled this game.
Yeah,
they've held the momentum for the whole thing. They have not looked back. As we see a booming kick from Lamel into the back of the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Saw Lamel's first 2 kickoffs went for sort of a shorter approach, but really booming that one.
Now, it's tough to say that the Mustangs have a chance at a comeback, especially if they don't go down and punch one in this drive, because
they're really going to need to work soon.
Yeah.
Because in reality, just the score of 24-0, 6:15 in the 3rd quarter, that's plenty of time.
Right.
They can absolutely make it work. But just knowing how this game's gone, knowing the explosive offense and the dangerous D-line of the Patriots, and seeing the lack of production from this Mustang offense, it's hard to imagine a scenario with them not scoring right here and still making a comeback.
Yeah.
As Quaintance tries to take that one, gets a yard, or gets a gain of 1, maybe 2 on that play.
And when they score, they need to do it in a big way. They got to completely flip the momentum, because it is just.
Because right now, this game is all Patriots. I will say one tough aspect in a big rivalry game: no student sections.
Right.
You got a Millard versus Millard rivalry. It's usually student sections constantly jawing at each other, getting hype at any possible score, any possible tackle for loss. So it stinks not having that.
Right.
However, the Patriots doing very well without their student section. As we got an immediate flag, all three of the 4 refs right there throwing out a flag. That'll be a clear false start on the Mustangs, so it'll be a 2nd and 12. No doubt on that call. So a ball at the 22-yard line, or excuse me, 17-yard line. Seeing a lot of offensive substitutions right now for the Mustangs, trying to get a whole new look in their rotation.
Making big moves.
That's right. Jimmy Quainton's trying to get his offense going. And we'll see the QB run. Picks up a few on that play. It was a good run right there.
Yeah.
We've seen them really, that's been their top play. It seems like that QB run's what we see the majority of the time. And early in the game, when they would kind of sprinkle it in their offense, it worked really well. We saw some big runs from Quaintons. We saw that 3rd and 8 where he had about a 20-something yard run. But now that they're kind of making it their top thing, right there, obviously a lot of success. But for the most part, this Patriot D-line's been locking them down.
You're not going to be able to run that play 3-4 times to get a first down.
That's right. So it'll be a 3rd and 7 ball at the 23-yard line. Hand that one off, and there was just nowhere to go. Patriots taking them down in the backfield. So 4th and long for the Mustangs. And we said we feel like to realistically come back, they needed to score.
Right.
And they were not able to capitalize at the moment. David Braun getting that tackle right there. So we'll see Klossman back for the punt. And that one gets past him.
And
wow, so that'll be a safety for the Patriots. And the Mustangs really have had no momentum.
Yeah.
They weren't able to score. Finished with a 4th and 8. The snap goes over the punter's head and into the back of the end zone. Patriots now lead 26-0.
Now, the comeback was hard in the first place, but that just makes it a lot harder.
It's at the point, and we see those new Patriot lights showing off. The new upgrade to Buell Stadium. And yeah, earlier in this game, it looked like it would be tough for the Mustangs to work a comeback into this. And now looking at it, it seems nearly impossible. It's absolutely doable, just looking at the pure situation. But they have had no offensive success. They've had a few plays well aired out, but for the most part, just getting nothing going for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Very blue.
And we'll be right back.
And then didn't you have
So after the errant snap leading to a safety, Mustangs kicking off, so the Patriots leading 26-0 with 3:37 to go in your third quarter.
Waiting for the clearance.
Noah Boyd kicking things off, a very short kick.
But he had to kick that one right
about
into the
50.
wind. He didn't.
However, the Mustangs, I don't think picked that one up. I think the Patriots recovered. But either way, that was a great play by the Mustangs.
Yeah.
That short kick, you saw a receiver, or the returner, kind of hesitate on that. Mustangs are right there to knock it out. So it was a great play. That would have been a huge momentum shift. Probably would have been their last opportunity at making a real attempt at a comeback.
Yeah. And to be honest, how often do you think that they plan for a safety return right there?
Yeah. Yep. So right now the Patriots are starting off at the Millard North 44-yard line. So fantastic ball position right here.
Ball position it is, Joe.
Ball position. Urban looking to keep this Patriot success going. However, not able to field that well. And he will go down in the backfield. Wasn't able to properly grab that snap. It was a very low snap. Was able to retain it, but not after a very large loss of yards for the Patriots. I appreciate it, dude. I can't get my brain working right now.
Hey,
in my defense, we got food and drink, so my mind's really focused on that right now.
Yeah. A little
But
excited.
hey, I'm locked in now. I'm locked in. We're good.
Locked and loaded, baby.
So 2nd and 14, ball now at the Patriots' 48-yard line. 3 minutes remaining in your third quarter. Got a flag thrown. Movement on the line. We'll see who that was. Might have been a false start there from the Patriots. And it is.
Another penalty.
So after a rough play, making it 2nd and 14, they're going back even further. We'll see a 2nd and 19 now.
Well, if you remember last time and around this distance, we were able to air out a pretty big bomb lately.
I'll tell you what, the Patriots have surprised me. It seems like every setback they have, they're able to counter it very well.
Yeah.
However, Urban facing heavy pressure.
Way to get out of the pocket there.
Able to advance that one. What
hit.
a run by Urban. Gets that ball to the opposing team's 46. And what a run. It looked like he was going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage, if not in the backfield. Able to force together a fantastic play.
And then takes a huge hit, keeps his composure, and fights for even more yards on top of that.
TJ Urban showing why he's Division I quarterback. But as I was saying earlier, it seems like every time the Patriots have a penalty that doesn't go their way or a big loss of yardage, they're able to really fight back. The best of their abilities. They're able to do what they just did, if not better.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd and 14. The Patriots making up for the exact yards they lost. Airs that one out. However, no one there for that. Overthrew Reggie Harris. So it'll be a 4th and 14 for the Patriots.
Man, that one could have gone to the crib there. No one was expecting a slip screen right there.
Yeah, you could tell that, he had Reggie Harris there. It could have been a big gain. However, that throw just had a little too much on it. So we'll see Cole Lamel here for the punt. Patriots looking to avoid mistakes that we saw the Millard North Mustangs make on their last punt. Attempted punt, I should say. Weren't able to get it off. Lamel airs that one out. That one well placed. Gets a nice bounce for the Patriots.
It's going to keep rolling.
So it'll be down at about the 10-yard line where the Mustangs will start off with it. And right now, this is the moment where they need to score. Need to get some points on the board as there's a minute 33 remaining in the third quarter. Patriots still up 26-0. Mustangs starting off their drive with a nice run right there from Jimmy Quaintance. Advances that ball to about the 18-yard line.
They got to score here in the next minute and 20
That's right.
seconds.
So the Mustangs throughout this game have just had really no momentum on their side. Every time they do something right, not able to really take advantage of it. So it'll be a 2nd and 2 after that big run from Quaintance. Right now, they're just looking to get on the board. Under a minute left in this third quarter.
And the quick handoff again goes right up the middle. Looks like he may have gotten the first down there.
Yeah, it looks like they did pick up the first. Heavy run offense. However, looks like there's a Millard North Mustang down. And we'll take a quick break. We got a player down. We'll be back in just a minute. So we are back 1st and 10 for the Mustangs after that first down pickup. Thought about the screen pass, however, makes some work of his own. Picks up the first down, however, the ball is loose, picked up by the Patriots.
Yeah,
We'll see if they call him down.
It
looks like he was down. We'll see what the ruling is here. As Jimmy Quaintance really put a great run together.
What's the official call here?
Waiting to see what they say. And that one will continue to be Mustang ball. They said he was down.
And they picked up the first down.
Yep.
So
it was a fantastic run by Jimmy Quaintance. He was going for the screen pass. You can tell that was the intended move. Didn't see anything there. It was a smart decision right there to just try and make something work of his own. Puts together a great run to pick up the first down. So right now, they need some momentum. They need to get some points on the board as there are 10 seconds left in this third quarter. So this will be the last play. And he's going to air that one out deep. Oh! Through his receiver. That was number 5, Tyson Junk. Too much on it, so actually 3 seconds remaining in quarter number 3.
Another diving effort for Tyson there.
Yeah. Tyson Junk has had the best effort on this Mustangs team. He's had multiple plays where he shouldn't have been able to have a chance at it, but he's made a diving catch, or diving attempt, I should say, to really try and make it work. So it'll be 2nd and 10, ball still in the 34, 3 seconds to go in this third quarter.
And the snap.
We got a flag throw.
Another penalty.
Some early movement. Might have been a false start there. And it is. And this is kind of what we were saying. It seems like these teams are polar opposites. The Patriots make a mistake and they recover with something fantastic. They counter it to the best of their abilities. The Mustangs do it in reverse. Yeah. They put together a few really good plays, and then they have a play where they go in the backfield or they commit a penalty. They just haven't had consistent success. They've seen glimpses of good football, but haven't really been able to string together a successful drive.
And a couple of times, they've even had a penalty and then another penalty tack on, as if it wasn't bad enough already.
Yep.
But 2nd and very long here.
Yep, 2nd and 15, 2 seconds to go. Quaintance will hold on to that one.
And
however, nowhere to go. Patriot defense swallows him up. So that'll be the end of the third quarter. Patriots' lead is 26-0. They have controlled the pace and look to finish off this quarter to an easy win. We will be right back. Back for quarter number 4, starting it off with a 3rd and 13 ball at the 31-yard line. Millard North needing some success right here as they're still unable to get on the scoreboard. He's going to stick with it, facing heavy pressure. And that is an interception, first pick of the season. Millard South, that was a fantastic read right there. We'll get you a player in just a second. Making the grab look like that was Gage Stanger.
He's limping off the field, though.
Yep, looks like he's in a little bit of the pain, walking in his own power, though, and what a read from Gage Stanger, getting the interception.
He got all the way up for that one.
Yep, Patriots now getting the ball at the 45-yard line. Want to give a quick shout out to Caden Lane. Just let us know he's informing, just so you know, for those wondering. Good guy, likes football, doesn't know how to draft a fantasy football team, but that's all right, because he can watch the Patriots be successful. So 4 seconds into the fourth quarter, an interception from Millard North, who was looking to get on the board. Low snap fielded by Urban. Goes down for a loss of maybe 3 right there. And just really nothing he could do. There was a low snap there. Looks like we got a player down for the Mustangs. That is number 65. That's Zeph Savels Eden. Down in pain. He's getting up, though. Be limping off the field. Good to see him getting up on his own. So after that low snap, it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Patriots. Ball at the 43-yard line. And right now for the Patriots, you know that you have the win unless something crazy were to happen. So right now, you just want to stay smart.
Run some clock.
Yep, run the clock up, put together a smart drive. Maybe if there are guys where you want to make sure they're getting touches, put in some work for them, make sure they're fresh if you need them later. Hands that one off to number 25. Puts together a nice gain right there.
Wow.
That's Christian Nash. And actually, right before that play, I was going to say they might try and hand it off some guys besides Tay Johnson.
And there you go.
That's what they do right there. So a good pickup. Takes it from 2nd and 12 to 3rd and 5. So a very doable play right here for Millard South. Ball at the 50. Hand that one off. Fantastic run here from Nash. Brings that ball all the way to the 35. And that was a great fake there from TJ Urban. You saw Urban, the defense really thought he was holding on to that one. And Christian Nash, tell you what, he hasn't seen a ton of activity, but when they give it to him, he's showing what he can do.
I think that's only his 3rd carry of the game, but that was an explosive run. Those last 2 runs were pretty solid.
Tell you what, he is not built like a running back, but he's done a fantastic job.
He looks like a big old middle linebacker.
Urban stepping back for the throw. That one is caught. And that'll be a gain of 10.
What a strike there from TJ Urban. Perfectly placed that ball. Just an absolute missile.
That pass going to Lance Rucker. Rucker, a multi-sport athlete, also plays for the Millard South basketball team. Making the catch right there. First activity of the game. So the Patriots now 1st and 10, ball at the 24, looking to further increase this lead.
Another straight handoff. There it goes.
Man, Nash is
right up the middle,
breaking yet again another tackle, getting that ball to about the 7-yard line. Looking like an absolute tank on the field right now. Christian Nash is a name to remember.
Sizing people up and running them over.
I'll tell you what, last year, the guy that you really had to keep an eye on was Antrell Taylor. We saw early in the season him have a fantastic couple plays, and we all kind of marked him like, all right, we got to keep an eye on him. Christian Nash right now has just put him in that group of, man, I got to keep an eye on this guy.
Absolutely.
Looks like probably a false start right here for Millard South, and it is. So it'll go to 1st and goal at the 14 now.
1st and goal from the 14.
So ball at the 14-yard line. See what Urban can do.
Hands it off.
Urban hands that one off to Nash.
There he goes. Runs another man over.
What a fantastic run. Going through another defender. Goes into the end zone for his first touchdown as a Millard South Patriot. Patriots lead 32-0. Looking to make it 33 here with the Cole Lamel PAT.
He's rumbling right into the end zone right there. No regards for human life.
So I'll tell you what, Christian Nash is a player to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. That's 2 straight runs where he almost ran over the safety.
He's got 62 yards in the game now.
Wow.
He has 5 rushes for 62 yards and a touchdown.
That's insane.
Lamel's PAT is good yet again. Patriots now leading 33-0, 9:18 to go in the fourth quarter, and we will be right back. And we are back. Patriots prepared to kick it off. And we just learned some information from our own Tanner Gottschalk of Millard South Media. Christian Nash, the one who's put together 62 yards and just 5 rushes and a touchdown, he didn't play last year. He was in the band, actually. We assumed that he was had transferred or he was in JV. He was at the games. He was in the band. Clearly a good recruitment here, as he's looking like a fantastic add to this team. That kickoff from Lamel caught about the 14-yard line.
Oh.
There's a solid return there, but man, he was lit up by the defense.
About 5 red jerseys right there.
Yep, about the 27-yard line.
He was going nowhere.
Want to give a quick shout out to Penny and Mike Sander. They provided slushies to the Millard South Media team tonight. We really appreciate it. They are fantastic, so thank you for that.
First down and 10 from their own 28-yard line.
Really brighten the entire mood, huh?
That's right. So 33-0, 9:18 to go. Millard North needing to get something going. Ball at the 28-yard line. And so if you're Jimmy Quaintance, the quarterback leading this offense, you're just looking to get something solid going.
Yeah.
As he bobbles that snap,
And then
however, able to work
breaks
with
a couple
it.
tackles, but going nowhere.
And we just got further info. Christian Nash played saxophone. Just got the info. So a multi-talent guy right there.
Absolutely.
So Millard North didn't have the best start. His pass was fumbled by Quaintance. Had to bobble that one on the snap.
And the clock to run now. Waiting for the clock.
Possibly. Clock's still not running, so they will stop play again. They stopped it, told them to run the clock. However, they did not. One of the referees just stood there and just started staring up here, trying to get them to start the clock.
Seems to be a lot of technical difficulties going on here tonight at Millard South.
Yeah, Buell Stadium, not its best work. We had a few issues. They're having issues. But that's all right. Everything's working out. So now we got the clock going. Just over 9 minutes remaining.
And there we go.
Jimmy Quaintance trying to get some points on the board for this Millard North team.
He's going to keep it. Oh, big shot to the head there.
Good run, and Quaintance staying up with it. Looks like it might have been a little chippy there talking with some of the Millard South players. I'll tell you what, if you get lit up by that defense and get right back up, that's something to celebrate.
Absolutely.
He did not hesitate, sprung back up after that run. So ball at the 33-yard line as they're trailing 33-0. And he'll keep this one, another QB keep. Able to put together a few yards before being taken down. And so for the Mustangs, I kind of give them the same advice as the Patriots right now. You know that unless something crazy were to happen, the result for this game is probably set.
Right.
You know who's going to come out on top.
Right.
So right now, I just try to work out different scenarios. I try and give everyone some touches, make sure they're set, make sure they know what they're doing for future game situations.
Absolutely. Maybe put your quarterback in a couple more throwing situations. Try and see how he handles that pressure.
Yeah, because we've seen some struggles from the quarterback, some accuracy issues.
Right.
His last pass attempt was an interception. Klossman punts this one away. That one honestly had a chance of being blocked right there. That one's fielded by Antrell Taylor. Taylor with a nice stiff arm there.
The Patriots are just dragging guys around tonight.
Yep, that's right. Able to get that one to the 44-yard line. Antrell Taylor, very talented returner. So new quarterback for the Patriots, number 8, Camden Kojal. He's a sophomore who we have yet to see in his career coming at Varsity. He'll hand that one off. Immediately taken back for a loss of yardage. And that is Reggie Harris taking his first rush of the game. So the Patriots are doing exactly what they're saying. They know the result of this game. They're just going to start trying stuff out, get new players in. Camden Kojal, this is his first time stepping in as quarterback in a varsity game.
Yep.
Reggie Harris, we have yet to see rush it today. We saw him throughout the last season get some looks. They're going to try and work him into this offense today. So after that loss, 2nd and 12. Some movement right there. It looked like a false start. Saw offensive lineman jump right there, so they'll go back another 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 17. And I apologize if I'm incorrect, but I believe that was number 56, Tyler Wilson, who jumped right there at the line. So 6:40 remaining, 2nd and 17 at the 37-yard line.
Oh, confusion
Miscommunication
there.
right there, and Camden Kojal goes deep in the backfield. You saw he wanted the handoff, didn't know where his running back was at. So the Patriots, 3rd and long. Looking for a big play right here. It'll be a 3rd and 24 situation here for Millard South.
Let's see what Kojal can do here.
Yep, this will likely be his first pass attempt.
And they're going to sweep it to Reggie Harris.
Reggie
makes a couple cuts.
Yep, did a good job evading a few defenders. Clearly not able enough to pick up a first down. Still far away from there. But overall, a good sweep right there from Harris. So punt team coming out as the Patriots finish that drive with a 4th and 21 scenario.
Back for the Mustangs, number 21,
Blake Klossman, who is the punter for Millard North, right now is also serving as the punt returner.
You don't see that every day, do you, Joey?
Really do not. But we both have played with Blake Klossman before in sports. We know that he is an athlete that can do a little bit of everything.
And
It's a nice juke move right there. Takes that ball just behind the 50-yard line.
Yeah, he's a guy that can pretty much do anything for any sport.
He's a scrappy player that he can make something out of nothing.
Mustangs will take over from the 48-yard line.
So the Mustangs, this is the positioning you're looking for. This is exactly what you need to just get some points on the board. This is your season opener. The last thing you want to do is get blanked. You don't want to be a part of a shutout. So starting off their own 48-yard line.
And the exact opposite for the Patriots.
That's right.
Season opener. You want to have that first
That's
shutout.
right. You want to get that shutout.
A lot on the line here for both teams. Offsides there by the defensive end.
Yep.
Number 50.
That's Philip Mechna, junior for this team.
I saw him lined up just a hair over the line.
And so for the Patriots, this is a pretty similar performance to what we saw last season. Last season they averaged 38 points a game. Right now with 5 minutes to go they have 33. We saw a little bit more of the pass game than we expected, and I'm a big fan of it. I think the Patriots would need to work with that as much as possible. Because Urban didn't have a lot of completions, but that wasn't because of his own actions. He put in some great work, some accuracy throws. Has a nice run there by number 24.
And to be honest, he didn't even throw the ball that much either.
So I'll tell you what, Jaden Hardiman had a few rushes earlier in the game, wasn't able to get much out of it, but right there, a fantastic run.
Just a big push from the entire offensive line there.
Yep, the line really did their work, brings that ball to the 36. This is exactly the momentum they need to get their first score on the board. But we've mentioned it multiple times throughout this stream. They've had big plays.
Right.
It's not like they've lacked, 15, 20-yard pickups. They just haven't been able to convert. It seems like if this goes on pace, pretty soon they'll have a penalty. They'll have a loss of 5 yards. They just haven't been able to take advantage of these situations.
Or a bobbled snap, so let's see if they can fix that.
Picks up about 2, maybe 3 yards in the play.
And, you'll take that, especially after a big play. Not every play can be a 15, 20-yard game.
Yeah, for Millard North, no complaints there.
Just going back to the original ground and pound right up the middle.
Now it's Jason Cox, the fullback who we saw get a lot of early activity in that first half. The second half, we really haven't seen him get much action.
Right.
So it'll be a 2nd and 8 after that 2-yard pickup from Cox. Ball at the 34-yard line. Quainton sticks with that one. Able to piece together some more yards, bringing that ball to the 30-yard line. However, still looking for about 4 more yards on 3rd down. That'll actually be called the 3rd and 3. So this Mustang team has really struggled on 3rd down conversions, something that they haven't been able to do. But right now, here's your opportunity. So here's Quaintance. He'll stick with that one. However, the defense was all over him. They will not pick up the 1st down. Just swallowed up there from this D line.
All right, your best play of the drive has got to be right here on 4th and 2.
That's right. I'm interested to see how many rushing attempts Jimmy Quaintance has right now.
Oh, it's got to be up there.
Oh yeah. Usually we would expect TJ Urban to be the quarterback with the most rushing attempts by far. Urban's got 6 rushing attempts for 38 yards, and it's not like he's struggled. He just hasn't had the looks. As that pass is deep, overthrew it, and it seems like that's become a trend for Quaintance. He's had a handful of deep pass attempts, but they just have not been on point. That was, if the pass was on, there's no doubt about a touchdown.
Absolutely.
He's wide open in the end zone, but just could not hit him. So after a really compelling drive, had some good looks, a turnover on downs, is how the Mustangs finish what is likely their final drive of the game. So 2:27, the Patriots starting off with the ball at the 28-yard line. Expect a run-heavy set for the Patriots, just trying to finish this game off with the ball. Looking to finish a 33-0 shutout. And just looking at this Patriot team, last year they were seen as a top contender. They were ranked very high the whole season, only had 1 loss in the regular season, weren't able to get the job done. They lost to West Side. This 2021 senior class has been talked about for years. We know, we're a part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Since they were in middle school, everyone around the state knew about this class since middle school because they saw them, flag right there on the Patriots, but they saw them go around the nation and just dominate national tournaments.
Yeah.
And this is the year.
Right.
I think people were concerned about 2-3 weeks ago if the season would happen. I know a lot of schools around the city weren't able to have them. As a run attempt right there for Reggie Harris, picks up a few yards. But,
100%.
the second this season was granted, People are really excited for this
Yeah.
Millard South team. This is the senior class people have been watching forever. You look at so many players in this team that are going to do big things, that have done big things their whole time at Millard South. So a very exciting year, a lot of anticipation for Patriot fans and Patriot Nation. And I think the reason they're so close-knit, so successful together is because these guys have been playing since middle school, since 5th grade. They've been playing together in the Patriot program. As Reggie Harris puts together another running attempt, gets that ball to about the 30-yard line for a pickup of 4.
Ball carried by Reggie Harris.
So I think for the Patriots, a lot of teams, their goal is to have, significant improvement or, be a state-worthy team.
Yeah.
The Patriots have one goal. It's to win state.
It's to win
There's no
state.
doubt about it. If they go to state, that's not good enough for them. If they finish the year just going to state,
No.
That's not the success they were looking for. So this Patriot team is aiming high, and frankly, there's no doubt about it why they're aiming high. They definitely have what it takes to make a deep push into state and possibly even win the thing.
And they've
another
proved it
run to
before.
Harris. Harris putting together a nice rush right here. Gets about 8 yards. Looks like he's just short of the first down line. So Reggie Harris, his first rush was actually last drive, went down and lost 2 yards. But the last 3 plays, he's put together some nice work.
I have loved some runs by these new running backs that
That's right.
didn't really get a play with Isaiah Harris taking most of the carries last year.
That's right. And on that last play by Reggie, I said I thought he was just short. He did get the first down. So it's without a doubt, unless there's a quick turnover, the Patriots will finish with the ball. 50 seconds to go, first down. And they'll run it off to Harris again. Harris breaks multiple tackles in the backfield. Still taken for a tackle for a loss. Really fought for that one. Tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, just unsuccessful.
But in that situation, you just can't keep going backwards. You got to make some lateral movement.
Yep.
Loss of 7 on play. 2nd down and 17 for the Patriots. Ball number 32.
I mean, these are the moments you want to see that happen, though. These are learning experiences.
That's true.
Right now, this is a game where that loss doesn't affect them. They still have 20 seconds to work with. So the Patriots right now kneeling the ball. So that is it for Millard South. They start the season off right where they left things off last season at the 33-0 victory. From the start to the finish, they controlled the pace, they held the momentum, and they came away with a big win in a rivalry game. So the Patriots will be back next week. They won't have another home game for about 3 weeks. When they do, we will be here at Millard South Media to cover it. So we thank you all for tuning in. From Nate Cronin, Noah Snook, Tanner Gottschalk, and everyone at Millard South Media.